dramatic finish.
The World Poker Tour. The biggest games, the greatest players, and the largest payouts on the planet. The WPT is a series of international high-stakes poker tournaments that can turn amateur players into millionaires and make professionals into superstars. With millions of dollars on the line, it's time for these 6 players to live the dream of fame, fortune, and the one thing money can't buy, a WPT title. Tonight on the World Poker Tour.
From the jewel of the Las Vegas Strip and the home of the highest stakes poker games in the world, tonight we're at Bellagio for the final table of the WPT World Championship. Hi everyone, I'm Mike Sexton along with Vince Van Patten, and welcome to the World Poker Tour.
And Mike, here we are again at the end of our 8th season together on the World Poker Tour, and it has all led up to this little friendly poker game we like to call the WPT World Championship.
Well, Vince, the greatest poker players in the world flocked to Bellagio this week. They all ponied up $25,000 to enter this tournament in their quest to conquer the toughest field that we've seen all season.
That's right, Mike, and all the big names wanted this title. All the season champions of Season 8 took a shot at this, but I'll tell you, this was a tough one. And if you don't believe me, if you think I'm bluffing, take a look at some of the players who got knocked out before the final table.
Well, you're right, Vince. We had great players like WPT millionaire J.J. Liu, who finished in 13th place. WPT champ Olivier Bousquet finished in 11th place. Poker icon Scotty Wynn finished in 8th place.
I mean, I don't know what the heck's going on here.
And you may have heard the scream yesterday as the guy who finished in 7th place nearly made this final table was none other than the poker brat himself, Phil Hellmuth. He busted out on the TV bubble.
Boys, I've never run that bad for 4 hours in my life.
Well, all that star power has fallen by the wayside. They are cursing their cards. They are out of here. But the player chance of creating some poker history here tonight.
Well, we've got Poker Hall of Famer Billy Baxter, the current Card Player Magazine Player of the Year, Eric Baldwin, WPT champ and potential WPT Player of the Year, Shawn Buchanan, Irish high-stakes cash game phenom, John O'Shea. We have the WSOP main event runner-up and WPT millionaire David Williams, as well as WPT champ, our chip leader, one of the greatest poker players in the world, David Benyamine.
Well, Mike, the money, the title, all the fame that goes with winning a WPT World Championship is up for grabs. Who will become the WPT World Champion? Let's go watch the bluffing begin.
So here we go, the final table of the WPT World Championship for Season 8 about to get underway. So you see our chip leaders, David Benyamine and David Williams.
We're in the beautiful Fontana Lounge here at Bellagio for the mother of all WPT events, our WPT World Championship. And the antes are 10,000, blinds 50 and 100,000. Action's going to good old boy poker hustler Billy Baxter. Quickly folds. And now Eric Baldwin also going out. David Williams going out. And now the Frenchman, David Benyamine, picks up a Queen 10 and looks interested.
Well, he's on the button. He's the chip leader. He's going to raise it up. Next to 250,000 to go.
Shawn the Cannon Buchanan out. And now the Irishman, John O'Shea with the ace
look
jack.
at here.
Got in this tournament through a satellite.
All in.
And he's going all in, Mike.
Well, he's moving all in. A nice play by him. He's on the short stack at this final table. He knows David Benyamine's an aggressive player. Knows he's got the chip lead. Might be trying to push him around a little bit, and that's exactly the case. And David Benyamine trying to compute whether we should put another 940,000 in this pot. Now the pot has 1.5 million in it, so he's not getting 2-to-1 odds on his money. Do you want to double up the short stack here by gambling with this kind of hand? That's the question.
No, he does not. He folds his hand.
Well, John O'Shea taking down the first pot. Funny about it, Vince. He graduated from Dublin University with a master's in accounting. He went to work there. He started playing poker and he realized he could make more money in one day than he made the whole year as an accountant. He quit the job. He's a poker player.
Another one figured it out. All right, onto this hand, David Williams with a pair of fives.
This is David Williams' fourth WPT final table, but the first since season 5.
Well, he makes it 250 to go. David Benyamine also with fives calling.
Wow, they have the same hand here.
A few folds, but Eric Baldwin has picked up a pair of eights.
27-year-old poker pro, now living in Henderson, Nevada. He's from Wisconsin. Went to the University of Wisconsin at Whitewater. Actually played baseball on a national championship team there. Well, Basebaldy is going to make the call.
Just calls. So we have three-way action. 8s against 2 5s. Here's the flop.
The flop is 10-9-6, all hearts. So not only does Eric Baldwin have the best hand and the best draw with a straight flush draw, he's got his other two opponents drawing completely dead.
And he's going to check.
David Williams is checked.
Okay. Does David Benyamine want to take a stab at this? No.
He also checks.
We're going to the turn.
Well, the board pairs 9s. So Eric Baldwin, a right fielder in college, coming out of right field to bet this hand.
Yeah, 435,000. David Williams going out.
Well, this is a nice bet by Eric Baldwin here. You're not going to put your opponents on overpairs after they check the flop, so got to think his 8s are the best hand. David Benyamine drawing completely dead here. Lays his hand down. So Eric Basebaldy, as they call him, Baldwin, because of his baseball background, takes down a nice pot.
And he has been on fire this year. Just amazing.
Well, he's actually the 2009 Card Player of the Year. And even though you may not have seen Eric on TV yet, I can tell you, he's got a very impressive poker resume.
All right, the winner going to take home a little over $1.5 million at our WPT Championship. Action going to the Irishman, John O'Shea. You like that accent, Mike?
Not bad. You're not bad, Irishman.
Oh, thank you, my friend. All right, he has a 10-4, and he's going to fold it.
On to the Hall of Famer, Billy Baxter. He is a true Las Vegas legend in the gambling world, I can tell you.
He's got ace-9. He's got chips. He's pushing it in. 250 to go. A couple folds. And now Benyamine with the little suited connector is contemplating this decision.
Well, it's one of those hands you like to see a flop with.
Yep, he's called it.
So he does make the call.
Shawn the Cannon Buchanan from Canada. What a player this guy is.
Yeah, he's a WPT champ, and if he wins tonight, he'll be the WPT Player of the Year for season 8.
Awesome.
So he's got a lot riding on this final table.
He's folded it, so it's going to be Billy against David. Here we go.
And flop comes Jack 5-3.
Looks like the Frenchman gets a piece of that. And David Benyamine checks his 5s. Into old school, Billy Baxter.
Well, Billy's reaching for chips. Looks like he's going to make a continuation bet.
He's going to do what you're supposed to do. Makes a bet. Looks like 400,000. And we'll be able to push away the Frenchman. David Benyamine. You get a piece of it. Do you want to stick around? Yes, he does.
David's going to make the call with the 2 5s.
Turn card, King of Clubs. Helps neither player.
Well, Benyamine checks. Another overcard. This causes him a little mental anguish, I'm sure. And look at this. The old pro out of Las Vegas, Billy Baxter, the Hall of Famer, is going to fire another shell with absolutely nothing but the ace-high, Vince.
Oh, you got to respect it. And Benyamine, there's too much heat on him. Billy Baxter, the good old boy, going to take down his first spot here tonight.
Well, there you saw Billy's wife, Julie, and his daughter sweating him on, and I'll tell you, they'd be patting him on the back for the way he played that hand, Vince. That was a Hall of Fame play.
WPT Championship is up for grabs. We're coming back with more action on the World Poker Tour.
I'm a little bit different than most people at my age. I always told my wife and myself I'd quit playing when I got to a point where I was a little timid.
Oh my God! Oh yeah, Billy Baxter!
I can honestly say I still have the nerve, which is what it takes.
Welcome back to the World Poker Tour, and that is Poker Hustler, a legendary Billy Baxter.
Well, he's in the Poker Hall of Fame, has 7 World Series of Poker bracelets to his credit. There you see the layout of this final table. 3 Americans at this table, but 3 of these guys actually originating from outside the U.S. where they got their poker roots. We have France, Ireland, and Canada all represented at this final table.
And Billy in first position has picked up a monster pair of kings. Gonna raise it. Makes it 250,000 to go. Eric out.
Eric throwing away 2 9s there, Vince. Big laydown by him.
It is. You're right. So around the horn to John O'Shea.
He's got the ace-5 of spade. Got some money out there, so he's going to call.
This could spell trouble for the Irishman.
Flop 10-7 deuce.
Action's on John O'Shea. He's going to check it.
Billy, of course, with the overpair. Got the 2 kings. He's going to make a little wager of 400,000. The Irishman better be careful here, because I can assure you Billy Baxter is going nowhere with that flop. So the Irishman tries to make a move here, Vince. He could be headed back to the pub. But no, he lays it down. And Billy Baxter taking down that pot. Billy, a gambling legend in Las Vegas. Famed sports bettor. Manages boxers. Poker Hall of Famer.
Been in Vegas for 35 years. He said there was one stoplight back in the day. All right, let's go to this hand. The young 27-year-old Eric Baldwin, first one to look at this hand. Mucks at 10-5. David Williams also out. Benyamine and Shawn Buchanan not going to play.
Well, we got the battle of the blinds here.
Sure.
Up to John O'Shea. Looks down at a 6-3 offsuit here. He's on the short stack.
Well,
Up 1 point. Wow. He's going all in here.
Going to push, try to steal this.
Well, Billy Baxter has picked up an ace-10, Vince.
Yeah, pretty decent hand here.
Well, indeed it is. Billy's going to wonder, wow, why'd the guy go all in? Maybe he's not that strong.
All right, I call.
Well, Billy Baxter has made the call, and he is well out in front with the ace-10 against the 6-3. Vince, I'll tell you one thing. I've been to Dublin to play poker. And when you bluff your way out of a tournament, they all buy you drinks in the bar. They love it. They don't want to hear any bad beat stories over there. But when you bluff,
I love that policy.
oh, they buy you a Guinness, I can tell you.
Good luck, Jeff. Any love flop. Good luck, Billy.
Let's go see the flop.
Can the Irishman get lucky and stay alive? Let's come Jack 8-4. So Billy still out in front with the ace high. The Irishman needs to catch a 6 or a 3 to take the lead, or 2 running cards to make a straight. Otherwise, he'll be heading back over the big pond.
Turn card coming. Here it is. It's a
Well, the
4.
board pairs 4, so we're down to the river card. John O'Shea must catch a 6 or 3. Otherwise, it'll be tapioca pudding for him.
Yep, the Irishman needs the luck of the leprechaun. Let's see if he gets it.
Comes the river card. A 7 comes off. So that's going to do it for John O'Shea. Got in this tournament on a $2,500 satellite. Is taking home just about $200,000 for his effort.
So no rainbow for the Irishman. He is out in 6th place. Stay with us. More from the WPT World Championship here on the World Poker Tour.
I think Bellagio is like the #1 destination in the world to play poker. The staff here just took care of us so well.
The Bellagio has a great reputation. We've tried to always take the high road, do the right thing, treat our players well, and the players respect that, and they show their respect by showing up every year.
I've played poker in every continent in the world, and I've never been treated anything like I've been treated in the Bellagio.
Welcome back to the World Poker Tour, and John is out in 6th place. We got a little extra time to throw some pennies into the fountain. We are down to 5.
Well, coming to this final table, Vince, we had 3 Americans, 1 Irishman, 1 Canadian, 1 Frenchman. The Irishman is gone. The Americans now outnumber the foreign players 3-2.
Starting to sound like a bad joke, but let's go back down to the table, see what happens next. Action on good old boy Billy Baxter as he quickly folds into Eric Baldwin. Very tough young pro. He goes out as well.
Well, over to David Williams. He's out as well.
And now David Benyamine.
Oh, David Benyamine just limps in with the King-Jack. Most guys would raise with it in that situation.
And the cannon with just an 8-4, content to see a flop.
These are 2 WPT champions going at it here. Now flop comes Queen, Queen 8. So Shawn Buchanan out in front now with queens and 8s.
And Benyamine with a quick check. The cannon firing.